Hello everyone, Victor Sloan back here again. I am your hair loss support and lifestyle brother. So what I wanted to do now is to go ahead and show how I shave, pretty much my cheeks and neckline in order to maintain my goatee. So products I'm going to be using is this safety razor here. It's Van der Hagen. I got it from, my local Target. Have some hot water here in the sink. So go ahead and wet my face. And I'll be using the Van der Hagen brand shave butter. I know it's a little backwards because of the selfie cam, but that is the easiest way currently to make sure that I have everything on screen. It only really takes about that much or even less, so. It's essentially a shave lotion, so I generally just go ahead and work it in here as well for softening, moisturization. So there, that's pretty much set up. I sometimes rub the excess into my arms as well. Moisture is good. So, get my razor ready. And so obviously generally I start up here. And this razor, if you're not familiar with it, is double-sided, so you can go up like this, right up to the line, back down. I try to be careful around here to not to take too much out of my goatee area since it's already kind of on the thinner side. So generally what I'll do is I'll take my finger, trace around where my goatee grows, and then I'll shave around that other side there. Now there are tools out there, different templates to help you line your beard or goatee better, which I would like to get the goatee template, but you know how it can be, money gets a little tight sometimes, and yeah, the template's only $20, but if I don't need a $20 template, I'm not really going to pick it up, at least not yet. Oh, here's the hard part. I have a bit of an astigmatism in the right eye. This is a lazy eye and it doesn't see very well. I'm going to have to look more in the mirror that's beyond the camera. I had been watching the screen for shaving the left side, but I'll definitely have to use the mirror for the right side due to my vision problems with this astigmatism. I have some pretty bad depth perception issues on the right side. Funny story about that. When I first went to college, before I switched my major to religious studies, I was a studio art major, and my main professor he was pretty tough anyway. He had some very high standards, which is fine. That's, you know, it's what you want if you want to be trained well. But what he realized was that I literally could not draw a straight vertical line. And it wasn't because, I'm going to use just a little bit more shave lotion here. And it wasn't because I didn't have the skill to. It was literally because of my lazy eye here. My astigmatism was so bad that it threw off my depth perception. And even though I thought I was drawing a straight vertical line, it was more like this. So sometimes, in order to make sure that I'm seeing things straight, I actually have to close my right eye. So yeah, my right side gets a little more attention. Just to make sure I didn't miss too much. Now on to the neckline. You know, I shave it a couple different ways. I'll shave it straight up. And then sometimes I'll shave it across like this as well. One thing about the shave butter is that it actually soaks into the skin really quickly, so even though you're not really supposed to have to, I occasionally have to reapply a bit. There's an area here that I can touch up a little better. Let's just throw a little bit more back down on my neckline. As I said in my previous video, I have to keep my neckline a little bit on the lower side. That way, as this grows out, it will help fill in my goatee a bit where it's thin. So I have to be a little generous on keeping my neckline as dense as I can, since, well, I don't really have density. And my neckline, especially down here, is always a trouble area. Not only do I occasionally, you know, accidentally shave it a little too high anyway, it also has a tendency to more easily get irritated from the razor. So that said, sometimes I just have to leave some stubble here because that hair doesn't really like to cut very well. But that said, that's pretty much done, so I'm going to give it a quick rinse. give this a quick brushing. Of course, I suppose I could have waited until after applying the aftershave lotion first. Speaking of which, here it is. It's the doTERRA brand Amavi. This was a special from doTERRA for Father's Day. So I was very thankful to have received that as a gift from my wife. And I must say that this is very nice and soothing and refreshing for the skin. But yeah, this video has gone on definitely long enough. I just wanted to share, especially for those of you guys who, like me, can only really keep a goatee. That's how I do it. So y'all have a good day, night, morning, and we'll see you in the next video.